It was a creed written into the founding documents that declared the destiny of a nation. Yes, we can. It was whispered by slaves and abolitionists as they blazed the trail toward freedom. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
It was sung
by immigrants as they struck out the distant shores of pioneers who pushed westward against unforgiving wilderness. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
It was the call of workers who organized, women who reached for the ballots, a president who chose the moon as our new frontier,
and a king who took us to the mountaintop and pointed the way to the promised land.
Yes, we can to justice and equality.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Oh,
yes, we can to opportunity and prosperity. Yes, we can to opportunity and prosperity. Yes, we can heal this nation.
Heal this nation.
Yes, we can repair this world.
Repair this world.
Yes, we can.
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 I know you're holding.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. We know the battle ahead will be long. But always remember that no matter what obstacles stand in our way, nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change.
With this introduction here of Yes We Can, set the tone for President Obama's first full news conference after the fall election of 2014. President Obama laid out where we are, what the losses meant to his administration, and where we are going to. It was very, very clear that he explained that he would receive the new Republican leadership with open arms, that he would meet them halfway on major issues including trade, taxes, immigration, and the Affordable Care Act to fix any shortcomings. However, he has his principles, they have their principles, and he would stand on principle. Now that is reminiscent of Fighting Harry Truman. Give 'em hell Harry, out of Kansas City, the haberdasher, the man that led the country in the late 40s after the death of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and the Roosevelt programs. Well, what does this mean today? What it means is President Obama and his administration will stand on its historical reference. He inherited a nation in a depression. The cause of the depression was the economic policies of his predecessor, one G.W. Dummy Bush of Texas. That is very clear. The economic historians will tell you that. Now, as to where we are today, jobs are coming back. Financial depression's the same as what Roosevelt inherited from another Republican named Herbert Hoover, and the Hoovervilles that stretched across America. Those are what the chips are, and they are out there, and President Obama is not going away. He is moving in a business-like manner. That's what he presented today. They asked him various questions, the press that is, and he left the punditry to people like myself and the analysis of the election. But one thing to remember, he made a very important and passionate point, is that 2/3 of the people did not vote. And if we look at the states that were involved in this election, the majority of them were smaller states in the West and in the South. Arkansas, for example, is not a very large state, nor is South Dakota or Montana. Those states it was expected, and also out in Alaska that race has not been called yet. But those are the kinds of things that happen there. In Iowa, a farming state, a state that has been Republican, has a Republican senator now. Now it will have 2 Republican senators. Kentucky, a state that is very Republican. The leader there, McConnell, is now the minority leader, will be the leader next year. But that was a situation where the candidate there, Alison Logan Grimes, attempted to run away from President Obama. She could not run, she could not hide, because millions of dollars were spent on a daily basis to remind the people that she was a member of the Democratic Party, which everyone understood. That was a type of campaign tactic, and if you look at all the commercials, they were basically the same. Even in the Commonwealth with Charlie Baker presents himself as quote-unquote a moderate Republican in a party that speaks for itself, but is right to the right of Till and Hunt. He's so-called fiscal conservative. What can Charlie Baker get done with the legislature on Beacon Hill? Very little. But he will have the machinery of the Commonwealth. And that's unfortunately Martha Coatley fought a valiant battle. And we hold our hat out to Martha Coatley. But she came up short. That happens in politics. That happens particularly when we mix huge amounts of money. Now the right wing is crowing around today about what they did, but it was done because of millions that were spent. As Jerry Pippen said, yes, you can buy an election. The prices have changed. But not only that, they had the help of the monopoly media. We'll go more into that on our Thursday broadcast there on Blog Talk. But here we are talking about the speech and what the press reaction was. They asked President Obama what he was going to do on immigration. He explained to them from a historical standpoint that immigration reform, so-called bipartisan, was passed by the Senate, not by the right-wing House. And he is leaving it in their court. In other words, he's put the ball down in Boehner's court. He can do something about immigration this year. He can come up with a bill and meet with Harry Reid in the lame duck. Now, if he doesn't want to do that, that's up to Boehner and the Republicans. The president has his roadmap to go, which is an administrative roadmap, but he let them know that he would use it. He put them on the O.T. Leo 3 strikes rule. And they have already went down 2 of those strikes. The 3rd strike could come in any time. The new majority leader, McConnell, said it would be a slap in the face. It's not a slap in the face. Mr. McConnell has an opportunity when he meets with the president, this is not a new subject, to say, Mr. President, we have a plan. And Boehner has a chance to say, we have a plan, and go to the House and show that he is the Speaker of the House. Get his dissidents in line, pass a plan, meet with McConnell and the leader Reid, and come up with a plan, send it to the president. They can do it by the time Santa, as they say, comes down the proverbial chimney and they leave town. Of course, the problem will be they will go out on a holiday recess right after Turkey Day. So they won't be doing anything. But yet all this mass hysteria was raised up there about little kids accompanying their parents across the border. We don't hear anything about them anymore. Nor do we hear about Texas Perry and his state troopers that were there were relegated to food bank duty. That is not heard about. In fact, there are less people coming across the border now than there were 5 years ago. That is the actual fact. So this whole border security is nothing more than hysteria, and it's of the racist form. That took place in the defeat of Wendy Davis, a gentlewoman, a firebrand out in the state of Texas. But these kinds of issues are not the kinds of issues that stay on the national plate very long. You look at Ebola, they had 1 patient that died. They had several other people contaminated. No one has died. They persecuted a woman in Maine by the name of Carrie, what was her name? Well, anyway, it's sort of a name after the famous showman there, Hickox. Anyway, and nonetheless, by her civil liberties, and Two-Ton Christie, the governor of New Jersey, talked about how he liked the map. Well, no doubt about Two-Ton likes the map, and so does Wall Street, a Wall Street election that Two-Ton recognizes. But now that the president is fighting, and he let them know that he will fight, he will meet them in the center of the ring, but they have to bring something to the center of the ring. So Two-Ton now knows that there is a national fight going on. How this affects 2016, that's 2016. Nonetheless, we'll go now to President Obama. He was at the White House taking questions a little over an hour from the press corps, and they were asking the same questions they asked 2 months ago on things like immigration. He answered that, and he went into great detail about what he would do. Now, he has said clearly what he will do, so the Republicans can't see a slap in the face. It is coming. They have an opportunity to act on that. Now, as far as the tax and their idea of bringing money back that they have hid in piggy banks outside the U.S., he would work on that. But they don't want to affect the current tax rates. They want to keep taxes low, but let them up their billions of dollars they have hid out in other countries. This is no way to run a financial regime in 2014. So that problem could actually be solved. Now, the trade issue is a different issue, and we'll have a program on that. Many things to do with that so-called Pacific type trade agreement that they want to hammer out, and it's in secret, and a lot of people don't know about it. So we'll have to devote an entire program on that. Nonetheless, we'll go now to President Obama in the fullest. You can, as they say, download it, check it out. Incidentally, on Spreaker, on Stitcher, not Snitcher. On Stitcher, they have a new portable car player that plays on Pioneer and some others from Apple that is built in, so you can check it out there, and we appreciate everyone that is coming to Stitcher. There are thousands of you. Keep coming. And you can check us out on Facebook. We use the Facebook feed, but our primary feed is the Twitter feed, and also we use Google Plus. There we post some things there if you happen to go by Google. Talk to you later.
Today I had a chance to speak with John Boehner and congratulated Mich McConnell on becoming the next Senate Majority Leader. And I told them both that I look forward to finishing up this Congress's business and then working together for the next 2 years to advance America's business. And I very much appreciated Leader McConnell's words last night about the prospect of working together to deliver for the American people. On Friday, I look forward to hosting the entire Republican and Democratic leadership at the White House to chart a new course forward. Obviously, Republicans had a good night, and they deserve credit for running good campaigns. Beyond that, I'll leave it to all of you and the professional pundits to pick through yesterday's results. What stands out to me, though, is that the American people sent a message, one that they've sent for several elections now. They expect the people they elect to work as hard as they do. They expect us to focus on their ambitions and not ours. They want us to get the job done. All of us in both parties have a responsibility to address that sentiment. Still, as president, I have a unique responsibility to try and make this town work. So to everyone who voted, I want you to know that I hear you. To the 2/3 of voters who chose not to participate in the process yesterday, I hear you too. All of us have to give more Americans a reason to feel like the ground is stable beneath their feet, that the future is secure, that there's a path for young people to succeed, and that folks here in Washington are concerned about them. So I plan on spending every moment of the next 2+ years the best I can to keep this country safe and to make sure that more Americans share in its prosperity. Now, this country's made real progress since the crisis 6 years ago. The fact is,